back, and I want to start this segment off by congratulating the Indiana Fever, right? Come on, give them some love, folks, here in the studio. Of course, the camera guys are holding the camera. They can't clap at the same time. But she can clap, and she is clapping. She is Yolanda Moore, and you are a two-time WNBA champion.
Yes, I am.
And she is the author of a book called You Will Win. You will win if you don't quit.
That's it.
All right. And the reason I brought up the fever is because that's what you did for me. In fact, you are a founding mother in the WNBA, right?
Yes, I am. I was a part of the first ever two WNBA championship teams, the 1997 and the 1998 Houston Comets. So I totally understand the place where they are right now, the Indiana Fever, basking in the glory of having won the championship, you know, owning the title of champion for this year, and just really just seeing the fruits of their labor just come into fruition. I mean, that's what you work for as an athlete. You want to win. You play to win, and I'm just so happy for Tamika Catchings and everybody, but particularly for her because she plays so hard.
She
and
works
she gives
hard at everything she does.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm so happy for the Fever.
So what are they feeling now, and what did you feel the two times that you won as a champion?
Well, for me, winning the first championship, of course, was like, okay, good grief. I mean, is this what it was? I mean, you know, you had no idea. The league was first starting, and nobody really knew what to expect. And with Houston, you know, we had Cheryl Swoops on our team, and she had gotten pregnant, and so she was going to be out. And Cynthia Cooper, who everybody was saying, oh, she's old, because when the league started, Cynthia was already like 34 years old. But what they don't know is she had been an Italian league superstar for like the previous 10 years.
Wow.
So she came in, and then we had Tina Thompson, and we had a lot of players from overseas. So nobody really knew what to expect. Everybody was banking on either New York because they had Rebecca Lobo, and of course LA with Lisa Leslie on winning the championship. So for the Houston Comets to pretty much come out of nowhere and win it the first year, and then to turn around the second year, we had an even better record. We were like 27-3, and we were just blowing people out of the water. And to win it a second time, I mean, it's hard enough to win one championship, but to win it, you know, back to back, it takes a tremendous amount of focus.
So, wow, what I would think that at this moment, is there a feeling of like it's all surreal that you can't believe that it actually happened? Or do you say, you know, we knew this was coming when a team wins like that? Okay,
I'm going to have to say this. When you are a true competitor and you believe wholeheartedly in your team and in your ability to win, you say the thing is, okay, it's about time. Like it's like we knew it was going to happen. We were just waiting for everybody else to believe. Okay. And then too, there's that surreal, like, okay, we knew it could happen, but now it's actually happened. And it's also a sense of relief because, like I said before, as an athlete, you know, you play to win. You want to win a championship. There's so many athletes, professional, former, and current, who played and never won, never experienced having that championship or what it feels like to be, you know, to reach that pinnacle. And so it's surreal. It's like a weight lifted off of your shoulder at the same time. Okay. Now, I want to talk about your book, You Will Win If You Don't Quit. Yes.
Okay. Is this about your life?
It is. It is. It's about my, actually my journey to the WNBA because I wasn't drafted or anything like that. And actually my, the coach for the Houston Comets and the general manager at the time, Van Chancellor, he was my college coach. And so my freshman year of college, I had knee surgery and was diagnosed with degenerative arthritis in my knees and told that if I continued to play, I wouldn't be able to walk by the time I was 30. So I had knee surgery, had a baby, and by the time my senior year rolled around, I'd had 3 knee surgeries and 2 babies. So, you know, the WNBA started in 97. I went to tryouts in May of 97 and had my second daughter, you know, in January. So she was just 4 months old. So my coach called me 2 days before the tryouts and said, look, you know, we've drafted players at your position who are much taller than you, and, you know, we just don't have any room for you on the team. I just don't see you making it. You know, his words were, you don't have a snowball's chance in hell of making the team. So, you know, it would just be in your best interest not to even show up. And I was like, you know, thank you for the call, and I'll see you in a couple of days. So, you know, and I went down there. Exactly. You know, when you have a dream and you've worked hard, because I was a full-time mom, a full-time student, recovering from knee surgery. So I was putting in the hours. I was going to class every day from 8 to 12, dropping babies off, picking them up from daycare, you know, trying to work out in between that, working out at night by myself. So, I invested all this time. I knew that, I was good enough, and I wanted to be a part of history. And so nothing anybody could have told me was gonna, deter me from going. I at least was gonna go, if nothing else.
Okay, so your book is about overcoming, inspiring other people, and helping them to overcome obstacles?
Exactly, that's what it is. I mean, just showing them,
Because I got tired just listening to you. So
adversities, adversities in life are inevitable, and how you react to them determine whether you're successful or whether you're not successful. And so what I did was I just kind of took my story, and it's for anybody who's facing a challenge and has a dream and facing a challenge. And I just kind of took my story and just step by step at each phase, whatever I was going through, I just talk about what I felt and what I did to overcome that. And it comes out, it culminates into like having a life plan, like finding out what it is that you really, really want to do with your life and getting a vision, like really getting a vision and knowing and being clear about what it is that you want, and then setting goals for yourself, and then figuring out, the best ways to tackle those goals or to achieve them.
Okay, and so step by step, again, the name of the book is You Will Win If You Don't Quit, and that's the key. Not quitting. And I think about you with the babies and trying to juggle all that. And then you said you went to work out. Most people don't want to get up to go work out on a treadmill. You're going out to practice for professional basketball. That's a totally different level.
I mean, I was in the weight room. I still had to rehab my knee. So I was doing that. And then I would go on the track and run. And so then at night, if the babies were asleep or if they weren't, depending on whether or not they were asleep, I would wrap them up and take them over to the gym with me because I got a key made to the gym. And I would be in the gym, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, working out by myself because I knew that that's what I had to do. And I owed it to myself. I wanted my girls to know that no matter what it is that you want to do, if you're willing to work for it, and if you believe, like you really, really believe, and you're willing to put in the work, then anything is possible.
Wow, talk about determination. And then go on to win not one, but two WNBA.
That was just like icing on the cake. That was icing on the cake. So, and being on cereal boxes and things like that.
Cool.
So that was cool for the kids. I mean, even now they talk about
sitting there eating my cereal. There's mama, right?
Exactly. So it was a really good time. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to experience it. Because not a lot of people get to live their dreams and live them, that large.
Okay. So now you're telling your story through your book, but you also do public speaking. You travel the country, right? Tell us about that and how that can happen for people.
I actually go to schools. My target audience is really, the high school female athletes, young college students, male or female, to try to teach them about focusing now on what it is, what your passion is, like identifying that, and not just setting your sights on, okay, when I graduate, I'm gonna get a job. But no, find out what it is that you're passionate about, something that's gonna be meaningful to you and that's gonna help impact somebody else's life. Like I feel like if we could get kids to focus on that in addition to the academics and everything else, if they have that focus going in, it'll give them such a step up, by the time they're ready to enter the real world.
Let me ask you this. What if there's a kid out there who's watching and they feel kind of down, they don't have the energy, they don't have a sense of purpose? Maybe they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. What advice would you give a young woman or a young man like that?
Good question. Because I felt that. I mean, I think at some point we all experience that. But the thing I would say is just to know that the fact that you're here means that you have a purpose. The fact that you're living and you're breathing means that you have a work to do. So don't ever feel like you don't matter. All of us matter, and each of us has a purpose. And the thing is, you have to identify. Spend time self-reflecting. Like think about those things that you value most. Think about those things that you do that make you happy. Those skills, those hobbies that you really could see yourself doing like all day or for free or what have you. And then figure out how you can turn those things into a career or be of service to somebody else by doing those things. But just know first and foremost that you have a purpose and that you do matter.
Okay. Now, how can people contact you if they would like for you to come to speak to their students or come speak for their event? And how would they get a copy of the book? Because I want to read this. You Will Win If You Don't Quit. What an inspiration.
The book is actually available on Amazon.com, booksamillion.com. They can get an autographed copy by logging onto my website at YolandaMoore33.com. They can contact me via Twitter at YMoore33 and also on Facebook at facebook.com/YolandaMoore33.
And the 33 stands for, I can't imagine what that stands for.
It is my basketball number. I was fortunate enough to have that number from the very first time I started playing in elementary school in 3rd, 4th grade, all the way up to junior high, high school, college, and the pros. So it's very, very significant for me.
Wow. Well, it's been such a pleasure having you on. And you are just absolutely gorgeous. Your website, when you open it up, and give that website again. I want people to go check out your website.
It's YolandaMoore33.com.
Okay, you open it up, and there, bam, there you are. And I thought, I know she's a wonderful ball player, but she looks like she needs to be out on the runway, too.
We're going to speak that into existence.
There you go. There you go. I'm feeling the energy on the set.
Yes.
All right. Yolanda Moore, 2-time WNBA champion and the writer of the new book, You Will Win If You Don't Quit. She said so, so it is, right? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Here on Inside Indy, and we'll be back after this.